The National Elite Basketball League tips off its new season on Friday, and fans across the country are gearing up to pack the stands. But behind the excitement of the opening games, one storyline is already turning heads and reopening old wounds. Soon, one of the players taking the court could be a name Belizeans remember for a very different reason. Vince Garbutt, who was sentenced to 22 years for the manslaughter of 24-year-old Kayla Burgess, is now out on parole and trying out for the San Pedro Tiger Sharks. For Garbutt, it's a shot at rebuilding his life, but for Kayla's family, his return to the spotlight is a painful reminder of a loss they're still struggling to heal from. We spoke with her brother, Kayla Burgess, who says that even as the world moves on, their grief does not.
The process has been hard, you lose somebody very, very close to the family, which in I feel like I lost my princess. I used to call her my princess. And the justice system, the guy get 22 years, something that they explain to you after a certain amount of years, you're eligible for parole. And besides that, we don't really follow up on it due to the fact that my mom says in her heart, she has to forgive this guy for her to move on. So mama just said, what, the smoke, we just left it and left it in the hands of God.
When he was arrested, Vince Garbutt was just 21, a Galen University student and a rising basketball talent in his community. His future on the court came to an abrupt stop the moment he was charged. But even behind bars, Garbutt never fully stepped away from the game. He kept playing while incarcerated, joining the Kobe Foundation's basketball team and staying connected to the sport that once defined him.
Based on information that we gathered, we located a fellow Vince Garbutt, 21 years old, and his residence was searched based on the strength of a warrant, whereby we found certain items of evidential value. So far, he is detained in custody.
Kayla Burgess says that while the family is trying to heal, closure hasn't come easy. Now that Garbutt is free, seeing him on the street reignites his pain. But, like his mother, he chooses to take the higher road.
You'll never get closure the time where you spend. You'll never get kind of closure like that. And if you got man, if I do it 22 years, get 22 years, don't make you get no parole after no 10 or so. Even years, make you do it 22 years. I don't believe in a parole system, how you change or rehabilitate now. You know what I mean? He murdered my sister. He murdered my sister.
Kayla Burgess' family says they understand that prison is meant to reform and even to rehabilitate. But their concern is now public safety. They're left wondering whether 11 years is enough for a life that was taken.
Sometimes the system works, right? No, the thing is, what I heard, he can get parole and he come out and he hurt somebody else's family. You watch it, then you have to watch what two-sided way. Check it out. Think 7 years of rehabilitation or 10 years of rehabilitation for him? No, I don't think so. If you want to get 22 years, make you rehabilitate after 22 years.
We reached out to the San Pedro Tiger Sharks, however, they declined to comment at this time. Britney Gordon for News 5.